What's up, Trojan? This is getting recorded right after the Giants do that trade up for Jackson Dart in the 2025 NFL Draft. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I would have done a reaction video right after Abdul Carter, but I saw this coming. I saw this coming from a mile away. Not Jackson Dart specifically, mind you, but... I heard a lot of talk about the Giants trading up into the first round for a quarterback, and I was like, man, this is going to happen. There's no way I can afford to just do a draft reaction at Abdul Carter and call it a night. And boy, was that hunch validated, because the Giants trade up to pick 25 with the Houston Texans for Jackson Dart. Like, let's go. Another Ole Miss quarterback. And man, the only other time since 2004 we drafted a quarterback I'm here for. What? Like, okay, Phillip Rivers, yes, was the Giants draft pick in 2004, but, like, in hindsight, now, again, I only started following the Giants when Eli Manning's in his prime, so I'm like, hey, this was great. But, like, you draft Phillip Rivers in 2004, and then, like, a second later, you trade for Eli Manning. It's like, all right, yeah, you drafted Phillip Rivers to get Eli Manning. No big deal. And even if the Giants had Phillip Rivers, he's a solid quarterback. So, like, good draft pick. Then what's next? Oh, right, Daniel Jones. That's what's next for your first-round quarterbacks. Think of that. And then, a few years later, 6 to be exact, Jackson Dart is a Giant first-round draft pick at quarterback. And, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, all right, another guy from Ole Miss. So, yes, I get the memes. I'm here for them. Like, oh, yeah, Eli Manning went to Ole Miss. Jackson Dart went to Ole Miss. That's why they drafted him. I get it. It's funny. Again, I'm here for this. But Jackson Dart's a pretty solid quarterback from what I've seen. And, yes, at that point in the draft, Shedeur Sanders still on the clock, or still available. Shedeur Sanders still available, right there to be had. Giants going to trade it to pick 25 and gotten the guy. Many predicted them to get it 3 only a month ago. Like, what value, right? That's crazy. But hey, are we mad about Abdul Carter? No, we're not. Abdul Carter's a beast. What? Did we watch that Notre Dame Penn State bowl game? Like, we all watched that, right? Where the announcers have to talk about Abdul Carter being off the field. And it's like, oh, that's why Notre Dame was able to gain yards. Yeah, let's put Abdul Carter back on the field. Let's see what happens. Oh, they don't gain yards anymore. They have to kick a field goal. Like, that's crazy. Oh, why'd that drive stall? Oh, right, because Abdul Carter was on the field 3 plays in a row. That's crazy. Like, he's a game-changing player, all right? And you don't just pass up on those type of guys. That's why the Browns had to pick Travis Hunter at 2. I'm sorry. That's why the Jacksonville Jaguars had to trade up from 5-2 to get Travis Hunter, right? Like, if you love a player, you go up and you get that player. And that's what the Giants did it through with Abdul Carter. That was their guy, and they went up and they got him. That's what the Jacksonville Jaguars did. That's what the Giants did. And that's what I'm talking about. Cameron Ward at 1. You want to know what the Giants did? You want to know what the Giants did with Cameron Ward at 1st overall? They offered the Tennessee Titans, that 3rd overall pick, a 1st next year and a 3rd this year. Right? We didn't want to give up that 2nd because we knew we needed that as a back. We got someone in this draft. And honestly, that's fair enough, right? Like, you can't blame the Giants for that, right? We needed to still have a draft after getting Cameron Ward, so hey, you can blame the Giants, you can blame the Titans, you can blame whoever you want for that, but that's the reported trade offer. And considering these reports led to the idea that the Giants would trade up for Jackson Dart, and again, Jackson Dart specifically, a lot of the mock drafts and reports had Shedeur Sanders still going to either the Saints or the Steelers. And what I find crazy is, okay, so one of the main picks for Shedeur Sanders was the Giants at 3. They go with the correct decision, in my opinion, and get the game wrecker, Abdul Carter. Right? That's who the Giants get 3rd overall. I'm here for that. Then the Saints have a shot. Don't do it. The Steelers have a shot. at 21st overall. This is an easy pick. I mean, we're talking about the team that drafted Kenny Pickett in the first round in that draft, right? Like, we're talking a no quarterback draft. And who the Steelers take? Kenny Pickett. That's right. A draft where, like, no quarterbacks are taken. The Steelers are like, yeah, Kenny Pickett's our guy. They don't even take Shedeur Sanders. So this guy is falling. It comes to the Houston Texans at 25th overall. And what happens? The New York Football Giants trade up. We get the next quarterback. That's right. 25th overall. We trade up from 34. Honestly, right after, this is the craziest thing about this trade, is we trade up from 34 to 25. And we give up, what, our second round pick? A third rounder this year, next year? Okay, sure. If Jackson Dart starts throwing darts, are we really going to be like, whoa, that third round pick was huge? How many of us are still complaining about that first round pick in 2005? I'm not complaining. I think Eli Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback that won us 2 Super Bowls. So I'm good with the fact that we didn't have a first round pick in 2005, right? So we only had to trade 2 third-round picks to get our Dart. The team right after us, trading up to 26, had to give up a first-round pick next year. We're talking 1 pick later. They had to give up a first-round pick. We had to give up 2 threes and a second. This is what I call value, people. This is absolute insanity. This is what you get when you have a competent general manager, all right? Like, so, yes, the last 2 seasons of New York Football Giants football hasn't been good. I get it. But when you see value like this in an NFL draft, how can you just fire that guy? Like, how can you look yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, we got to fire that guy. That guy is clearly what's wrong with this organization. When you're getting value like that, it's just absolutely insane to me that value like that can just be obtained in an NFL draft. And again, I just find it so shocking that we're talking back-to-back here. We're talking 1 pick after the next. A lot of teams can't just do that, and the Giants did in this draft. That's right. We got 2 studs in the first round of an NFL draft. This is a career draft for Joe Schoen, the general manager, the New York Football Giants. So I'm talking about, we got a game wrecker as an edge rusher. And Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be just fine. He's still on the roster. It's going to be fine. Oh, what's the worst that's going to happen to Kayvon Thibodeau? He's only going to be in 60% of the plays instead of 80%? Oh, gosh. Golly me, the horror. Yeah, so what? His 60%, he's on the field, he's going to be 100% effective? I'm here for it. Like, that's the worst that's going to happen. Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and Kayvon Thibodeau can find a solid synergy together that allows them all to be on the field effectively and dominate an NFL pass rushing game. They were showing highlights of Abdul Carter. And now, again, in that Notre Dame game, I saw him as purely an edge rusher. But let's not forget the fact that he's a solid linebacker, too. I mean, this guy dominates in coverage. He's batting passes down. He's intercepting nonsense. He's fucking shutting everything down. Like, this guy's a beast. That's what I'm talking about. This is what the Giants need. This is that. I extremely hesitate to say this. I'm very young. I'm very young. I hesitate very highly to say this, but when the Giants draft a defensive player in the top 5 of an NFL draft, I mean, this is the first thing everyone has to go to. This guy can compare to Lawrence Taylor if he's good. Now, I had to add a lot of qualifiers to that. Let's be real here. If he's good, he can compare to Lawrence Taylor. There's 2 ifs there. Let me be very serious. I hold Lawrence Taylor at very, very high bar. So, I don't say that lightly. But the Giants did something there with Abdul Carter that I think is historic for this franchise and should be worthy of note. Honestly, the same thing with the Jackson Dart. Now, in 2019, we all could have said this about Daniel Jones, right? Like, historic, right? Like, what, not since Phil Simms has the Giants taking a quarterback this high, like this in the draft and just kept him, right? Like, Phillip Rivers, yeah, the Giants drafted him and all, but they immediately trade him for Eli Manning with a first-rounder next year. And it's like, yeah, whatever. It's like, all right, so Eli Manning was basically a first-round pick in that draft, and how'd that work out? Oh, right, two-time Super Bowl champ, future Hall of Famer. Should have been first ballot Hall of Famer, but, I addressed that in the last video. That was absolute garbage. So now since Phil Simms has this happened for the Giants, Daniel Jones, again, historic draft pick. Yeah, cool. Abdul Carter's better than that type of draft pick because we all wanted, or I guess I should say but a lot of Giants fans included, wanted Josh Allen with that 6th overall pick in the 2019 NFL draft. We didn't get him. We got Daniel Jones instead. How'd that work out, right? I think all of our draft day frustrations were justified. Now we come to this draft. I'm excited about getting an edge rusher 3rd overall, the same way I would have been the 2019 NFL draft. I'm excited about getting a quarterback 25th overall, the same way I would have been excited if Daniel Jones was drafted 25th overall in the 2019 NFL draft, because look me in the eyes and tell me that we didn't get 25th overall in an NFL draft value out of Daniel Jones, right? We got that value out of him. We did not get 6th overall pick in the 2019 NFL draft value out of Daniel Jones. We just didn't get that value out of him. And Josh Allen was right there, and that's what made that really sting. This time, the Giants get both. We got both of them. We got both. We got both the competent edge rusher, the beast, the game-breaking edge rusher, and the competent, stable NFL quarterback we can all grow to know and love, Jackson Dart, throwing darts down the field. Right? We had Danny's dimes. We got Jackson's darts now. I mean, it writes itself. I'm not coming up with this. So, that was the 2025 NFL Draft for the New York Football Giants. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. This is epic, historic, career-defining for Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll, because this season's it. And, hey, Russell Wilson might be the starter, but even if he sucks, they have a backup plan now with Jackson Dart. They can be like, hey, we drafted Jackson Dart, though, and he hasn't seen the field. What if he's good? What if he's really good? And now let's say the Giants have a competent 7-10 year with Russell Wilson. Just 7-10. I'm talking 7-10. This is not game breaking. They can spin that and be like, hey, we drafted Jackson Dart, though, too. That's a solid argument right there and of itself, in my opinion. They're sticking around for another year almost no matter what. They have set themselves up for success, and I am here for it, because they haven't broken the franchise to do so. You can do things like Jerry Reese did in 2016, where you just overspend in free agency, you get a bunch of guys, and you set yourself up for, hey, something of a future, right? Well, that future will only last you 1 year. Or you could go the Joe Schoen route here, and you can spend reasonably in free agency. You could get a game-breaking edge rusher in the draft and still get your starting NFL quarterback, potentially, late in the first round of the 2025 NFL draft. I know which one I'm picking. Hey, forgive me, I put Eli Manning on the thumbnail here of this video. So, hey, I'm open to making comparisons today. One guy, Lawrence Taylor, the other guy, Eli Manning. We'll see how it plays out. I hold both those guys in very high esteem for the New York Giants. Here for them. But this is huge. This is a huge draft. We need to take note of this one. This is defining for this franchise, one way or another, for the next several years. Just like the 2019 draft was. I'm sorry, do we all remember the 2020 draft? Did anything crazy happen in that one? Oh, no, we just drafted a competent offensive lineman and a solid safety. And how'd that work out? Did we start winning Super Bowls after that? No. 2021, did anything crazy Oh, no. I barely remember the 2021 draft. Yeah, nothing really crazy. We drafted Kadarius Toney. We traded back, got him, and Okay, so 2022 would be like game breaking, right? This would be defining for a franchise. No, we just took an edge rusher and a tackle, and how'd that work out? They're both on the roster. Kayvon Thibodeau's doing solid. Evan Neal, not so much. Okay. Next year, late first round pick, so you got to throw that aside. 2023, anything crazy going on there? No, not really. All right. I mean, Deontay Banks is solid. I'm here for that. But, not defining for a franchise. Last year, anything crazy? We got a number one wide receiver. Okay, that's good. So, not since 19 have we taken a quarterback. And that is what you need to have a franchise-defining draft. Because I think that is the year we all look back and go, that's when things went wrong. If it's not 18. 2018, we had the second overall pick and we took a running back. Not saying he's a bad running back. Not saying I would have been cheering it on when it happened. But we took a running back. And where'd that get us? And then the year after, we took an overrated, especially at the time, I don't want to say we were all, but I was pissed about it at the time. We took a quarterback. And then took a defensive lineman, which I was so already pissed off about. I wasn't even thinking straight. Dexter Lawrence is a beast. Glad Gettleman had the intelligence to draft him. And then we, for some reason, traded up into the first to get Baker. Like, sure, he's not on the team anymore. So, yeah, that's how that pick worked out. Nice. This is another one of those drafts. This is franchise defining. We will be talking about this for years to come because of getting Carter and Dart. And Dart's a quarterback, so like that's what makes it huge. If we just got Carter and moved on, it'd kind of be like last year's draft or Thibodeau and Neal, where it's like, okay, yeah, we got like two guys. All right, we can move on. No, nothing crazy here. 2023, we got a defensive player. Yeah, let's move on. 2024, we got a number one wide receiver. Yeah, let's move on. This is huge. This is different. We got a game-defining edge rusher and a quarterback. Like, this is make or break for a career right here. We'll see how it goes. See you guys in the next one. No, I teased that before, but this time I'm serious. Peace.